third place, the local rider Ben Henry. In second place, championship leader Josh Waters. Race 1 winner and round victor overall is Wayne Maxwell.
We're slowly making ground with the team racing CVR, so we're still a little bit off, and I'm not happy, which is a good sign when we're still competitive and we're not happy with the bike. So we'll go away and back to the drawing board, and we just got to keep chipping away. And next race, head to Phillip Island, which we've already had a win this year and been fast. So I'm sure it's not going to be easy, but we're just going to keep plugging away and give it 110%.
Okay, no problem. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Right, it has been a very tough weekend for you this year.
Yeah, look, it wasn't ideal, but I think, it was a tough weekend for everybody with the rain the way it was. So, hats off to everybody for doing such a good job. Josh was very strong then. I actually thought I was going to have something for him in that dry race. I was very confident when we biked for the dry, but, he rode really strong. And, I hope Robbie's all right. It was a pretty big accident, but I know he's a tough cookie and he'll bounce back. So, pretty happy to get out of here with a second in the last race, and we'll move on to Phillip Island and hopefully climb up the ladder one more.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks.
So Ben, with the half points for this race, you were third in the first race, so you're third overall this weekend. Are you pretty happy with that progress in front of your home crowd?
Yeah, I'm wrapped. It's my first time on the podium, and to do it here in front of my home crowd, and my biggest sponsors have flown in from Australia to watch me race here. Couldn't end it better.
So you're going to have a little bit of a celebration tonight?
Yeah, there's a good chance we'll head down to the pub.
We'll just scull that champagne that they're going to give you instead of squirting it all over the others.
My word, I am.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Here with Wayne Maxwell from MotoLogic Honda after a successful weekend at Wanneroo. Not all plain sailing, Wayne, but at the end you come out on top, and that's all that matters, really.
Yeah, look, it's to get our first round win of the year, and a second race win here, and in difficult conditions yesterday. More than happy, that's for sure. The guys have been working super hard, and it's nice to give them a reward. It's always good for the team morale.
And you couldn't quite get up the front there in that dry race there, but the bikes didn't look too bad. What was your problem there, and do you know where you've got to work on for Phillip Island, or have you got a good setup for Phillip Island already?
Yeah, look, the problem is still a little bit turning on acceleration, and change direction is hampering us a lot. So, but we're getting closer and closer, and all the data that we've had before is not really relevant with this suspension package that we currently have. It's all been years and years. So we're slowly sneaking up on it, and it's going to be tough to bridge the gap to the Suzukis, but we're not going to give up without a fight. That's for sure.
And have we got any testing planned before Phillip Island, or we're just going to go straight there?
Straight in there, and just get into it, I suppose. The only thing that's going to change is the front tyre. Everyone's gone back to the new US front tyre from the first round. You had the option of the UK one, so that's the only thing that's going to change for us, but we seem to have a fair handle on that. Our braking stability is quite good, so we just got to get a handle on the throttle turning, and we'll be more than happy.
Here with Glenn Ellerton at Wanneroo after the Superbike race today. Glenn, not a bad performance, but you were sort of struggling for some grip out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the whole weekend I've struggled with a bit of rear grip. The first wet race I was really strong in the opening stages, and then we destroyed the rear tyre. So same thing was happening in that race. Started off really strong, made a pass on a couple of guys in the first turn, then he got past Robbie and was I was hanging on to Josh. I was taking a little bit out of him, and then he'd take a bit out of me. I'd take a little bit out of him, and it was really, I was going as hard as I could. And then I started getting a lot of wheel spin up, especially up out of the basin. So it gives us a lot to work on for, the future with the BMW. But, I was really happy to get a dry race at the end of the weekend. It's been miserable and rained, and it was great to get out in the sunlight in front of the crowd here in Wanneroo and have a good crack at it.
Here with Josh Waters at Wanneroo Raceway. Josh, you looked fantastic in that race. The bike looked great. You looked good. You didn't put a foot wrong. Well, it didn't. At least it didn't seem to, and it looked as though you're going to run away with the win. Unfortunate circumstances mean the race was cut short, and you only get half points. So a little bit of a missed opportunity there, but still a fantastic performance from you guys, and you must be happy with your form.
Yeah, it was great. Great weekend. So to get super pole, and then the first race was obviously very close. Wayne just got me into the final turn, and then the second one at the start, me and Robbie were having a good battle. It was good, and then I knew I had to try and get away, and Hayden was doing a great job, my mechanic, giving me the the bits that I was improving. It was only a 10th here, 2 tenths there, and then I got out to 1.4, and then he said it got to 1.9, and unfortunately Robbie crashed. I hope he's all right, so I'll go and check on him soon. But yeah, a little bit of a missed opportunity, but I lost half a point, so yeah, and made up the championship gaps wider I just seen, so that's good. And yeah, huge thank you to Team Suzuki and everyone involved with our team.
Here with Team Suzuki, speaking to Brodie Waters after the Superbike race at Wanneroo. How did that go for you, and how did you enjoy riding the Superbike, Brodie?
Yeah, well, the weekend the weather wasn't too kind to me at the start of the weekend to try to adapt to the Superbike, and but you know, yesterday's race 1, I was just a bit of a girl off the start for the first 5 laps. Didn't want to go out and go and throw the thing down the road in my first Superbike race, so, and then I just kept plugging away. But yeah, today's race I got a good start and just tried to set into a groove, but I just didn't have that little extra pace to go with the back of the front bunch. You know, I'll just try to improve for Phillip Island and try to work on it for there and try to get up close to the front guys there.
And did Phil provide you with a full power Superbike for that race, or is he just sort of stepping you up to the full power level?
Yeah, it's the same bike as Josh and Ben's got and Robbie, so it's good to be on a full blown Superbike straight up. It's unbelievable. The power difference between the 600 and the Superbike is phenomenal. Like, it's just unbelievable, the power difference, so it's just good to get used to it.
So you stretched your arms a bit this weekend, and I know that even a G6R 1000 in stock trim is quite a fearsome weapon, and I mean, you're a very fit boy, but did you really feel the difference today with your fitness for trying to hang on to the Superbike?
It's just when they come out of the corner and they want a mono, and that was where I struggled, and it got a little bit tired, but the same as what I do on a 600, I actually do find the bigger bike easier to ride than the smaller one.
Just going to have a quick chat with Scotty Charlton here at Wanneroo with the Australian Superbike Championship. Great to see Scotty back in our ranks. How did it come about to get you back on the grid full time this year, Scotty, and who's helping you to be here?
We had Racer's Edge. I'm racing the bike again that I finished 4th 2 years ago in the championship, and Greg and Julie from Racer's Edge were able to get the bike together and get some funds together, and also Dave Graham from Vern Graham Suzuki. He's helping out a lot, so yeah, we're back on the grid, so it's great.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was up and down. We tough conditions for it, but it was the same for everyone. First session we were 4th quickest in the wet, and but yesterday in the wet, we unfortunately it was a rush to get put wets in the good bike, and we had dry suspension settings, so slippery, and I just went backwards. But yeah, that race was a lot better. Finished 5th, and the bike felt great.
Here with Ben Outard at Wanneroo. Things haven't gone that great for you this weekend, Ben. Is there some light at the end of the tunnel?
Oh, definitely. You know, like I felt comfortable in the bike in that last race. Just yeah, couldn't. Yeah, it just wasn't right. But yeah, I had a good wet race yesterday. We got 4th, so yeah, just keep plodding on and working hard and try and get there at Phillip Island.
Yeah, with a sore Robbie Bugden at Wanneroo. Robbie, take us through what happened. I think you were saying before that you went down one too many gears and got a little bit loose there. You were putting in a fantastic performance apart from that fine little error that cost you dearly.
Yeah, that's right, Trevor. It was, you know, I felt the race was going real good. I felt comfortable on the bike. I wasn't overstretched too much at all. I actually thought I could have made up a bit of ground to Josh, and you know, looked at going for the win there towards the end. But no, I was just clipping the rev limiter pretty hard going down the pit straight there. And so I went to 4th gear that time around, and yeah, and then I just went down an extra gear and let the clutch out, realised I was in 1st, pulled the clutch in, tried to go back to 2nd, but didn't come out of 1st gear, and when I let the clutch out, the thing just spat me fair over the front of it. So, no, it's bit disappointing. You know, I really feel for the whole Volvo team. You know, we've, you know, Red's put in so much work this weekend with the conditions changing every 5 minutes, and you know, I was really hoping I could have given them a result just now, and you know, we were there, but unfortunately, it's not to be, and you know, we'll go away. We'll get themselves fixed back up, and we'll come back to Phillip Island. We'll see if we can do it there.
And what's the prognosis, mate?
I'm just a bit beaten up. I think I'm going to have some pretty good bruises in the morning, and I'm going to be pretty sore. I know that, but I think I'll be right.